Okay, this is a quick video set up for like how the tosser in the video that you sent me is actually tossing to your son. So he's tossing more from the red zone, meaning between the player's feet. I would like to see y'all move the tosses out in front, and I will put that camera angle there in a second. But real quick, to just kind of show you what this ends up doing, when he tosses it from this side, the player is having to get to the back side and stay on the back side without being able to transfer any of that weight to the ball, because the ball's being thrown too tight to them. So when they come at it this way, and if the player is trying to aim to pull their hit, they want to be able to angle their feet to do so, almost as if the side of their foot will also be what the bat angle can be, okay? So if you keep the feet pointed more towards the first baseman versus the plate, this would be for hitting the ball up the middle. Okay, this would be yellow zone and up the middle. Like if you start with your feet right here, that's going to put your bat straight up the middle. If you start with your feet this way, your middle, it's not really middle, but that same feeling is now here versus here. Okay, so just like you would in golf, if you would sit here and you'd aim your hit that way, we're going to keep our feet kind of close. I'd say, you know, a couple inches off the line, both toes kind of even, but angled, all right? So if I was gonna be hitting the ball out here, this is where I would get my best green zone extension, all right? As the ball gets closer, we have to provide spacing. So what ends up happening is either the player will kind of crouch right here and keep everything real tight, which is what I see your son doing a few times, because that's where the ball's being tossed, and he's still trying to lift it, okay? What else will happen is the player will begin to rise up the further the ball gets to them. This is where a lot of these flares off to the right side are going to happen. They're not going to have much power, because it's like you're on top of the ball. You'll also get ground balls to the left side there. So what I encourage y'all doing is tossing the ball more from over here, and I'm about to move that, but I want you to see it from this angle, what the difference is. So before it was right here and I had to rise up a little bit to hit this ball. Now I've got a clear view of that 9 spot, which is the outside part of the ball. Okay, so I've got a clear shot towards my wind chime. I can see my wind chime out in left center, and I'm gonna go ahead and aim for it. Oh man, that was pretty good. All right, I'm gonna move you to where I would like to see the tosses being thrown from. Okay, this is what I call the battle line right there. If I'm aiming my hit to the left side of the field and I tilt my feet like this, my battle line becomes the point where my toe is, where it's pointing. Okay, so we want to work with the ball somewhere in this green zone triangle. If it's a high pitch, it can get closer to us. If it's a low pitch, it needs to be hit further out in front. So if I was aiming for the chime, I'd set it about right there for this height of a pitch. I'm gonna go ahead and try to hit it, and you can see what it would look like if you were to toss from this area, and I was able to keep my head more at the pitcher. That's the biggest thing right now, is they're starting like this and having to go. This is not a good contact point in the game, so this is a tough place to practice from and then be good in a game, because that ball that they're gonna crank in the game is gonna be way further in front, where they never really had to turn their head, but instead they put their head behind the ball, kept their head forward, and hit that ball before it ever had a chance to actually get under their vision. All right? I'm gonna put a hole in my house. All right, I'm gonna send you guys the mirror video. That's just gonna be practicing, helping your body get to the ball. So since I don't have a bat, I'm gonna bring this in a little closer to my yellow zone. I'm still gonna think about keeping my bend. What your kid does really well is he knows how to bend his body. I don't know if he knows what's helping him rotate, which is his back knee. Every time his back knee goes under his other leg, he's able to fully rotate up to the sky here and stay on tilt. What most players do is they drive their hip to the ball. When I drive my hip, it raises my head, which is why a lot of players start higher, because they are driving their hip and they don't want to rise up. But he knows how to bend, so if he actually pushes his hip, now he's rising up and coming off plane to the pitch. All right, something like this, that downswing. If he were taller, he would just do the downswing or try to drop under it, and that's a lot of head movement too. So because he knows how to bend, he wants to practice this mirror trick, okay? So watch yourself in the mirror. Have a spot to watch, like a T or something, so you can watch yourself go for a specific spot. You're just gonna go here, begin to turn the knee down with the toes, helping you balance, okay? We're gonna turn the knee down. That begins to turn the shoulders, and we whip the shoulders through the ball like a helicopter on tilt. And you don't wanna rise from here to here. We wanna try to go through that spot and keep our head tilted on playing, all right? Y'all check that out. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'm looking forward to the game video. See you soon. Just dig in.